we're going to dive into SoftBank and OpenAI, right? So SoftBank and OpenAI's massive Stargate project. So Trump originally said we're going to give $500 billion to an AI infrastructure investment. And now they've actually literally said, an Oracle CEO just literally said Stargate is not yet even formed yet. And so they've actually scaled it down to one single little tiny data center. That's it. So after $500 billion promised, and while OpenAI is cutting a $30 billion deal annually with Oracle, we still haven't even seen yet one data center come out of this yet. So, it took Elon Musk 19 days to build out, 200,000 H100s, and Stargate can't even build a single data center yet. So, I mean, this is crazy to me, because when there's so much money being promised, so much money already earmarked from the government for this, how in the world have they not done this? And what does this say for Oracle and for SoftBank, who can't seem to get this deal going? So, okay, I mean, from a financial perspective, what is this partnership and this failure signal to to people looking for AI?
I see this not only as a financial kind of embarrassment, but I also see this as just a political showcase, because this was when Donald Trump was first elected. And so you had everybody under the sun going to the White House, trying to be buddy-buddy with Trump, shake hands, be like, hey, we want to build this, because all Trump wanted to hear when he got in office is we want to build in America. That's all Trump wanted to hear. And so that's all these CEOs wanted to promise. And so you had, without any real kind of commitment, CEOs saying, we'll promise this amount, we'll promise 500 billion, 200 billion, a billion, a million. You had CEOs promising everything under the sun without any real consequence. But it was actually a really smart 4D chess move by Sam Altman at OpenAI. You had Wall Street Journal publish a piece recently talking about how Sam Altman has gotten closer to Trump than Elon Musk currently is, which, if you were to say that 4 months ago, you would have thought you were crazy, because you saw Elon Musk in the helicopter of Marine One with Donald Trump. You had Donald Trump with Elon Musk's kid, and you had some really high praise coming from the Trump admin regarding Elon Musk. And now you've seen what happened. We're not going to go into the whole backstory, but now you have Sam Altman, who the Wall Street Journal is calling one of Trump's closest AI allies. And Elon has kind of fallen out of the conversation. So even though you see very little progress, it's still a huge win for OpenAI and Sam Altman. Obviously, it does feel kind of like a failed promise to not have, and to kind of give credit. You're not, unless you're Elon Musk, you're not building a data center or a startup pack. You're not building a data center in just days or hours. So a lot of these things with hundreds of Bs, hundreds of billions, take time to build, and that's not an excuse. But it just kind of goes to kind of the government bloat that Elon Musk tried to stop, which is he couldn't stop it. That's why he left. And so to your point, this is a failed, I wouldn't call it failed yet. Like, it's not going to happen. It's definitely been scaled down dramatically, but it's just the way politics goes. A lot of money was promised and relationships were formed.
The funniest thing that I think of when I hear this is I think of Ronald Reagan's joke where he says the most terrifying words in the English language are, we are the government and we're here to help. And I think this just goes to show that anytime the government gets involved in anything, the chance of it being successful, one, very low. Chance of it going fast, non-existent. The government doesn't move fast. Like, that's one of the things I think Elon got most frustrated with and left ultimately too. And to his point, like, he built out their entire XAI infrastructure with 200,000 chips, so much so that NVIDIA CEO complimented them on how fast and said it was unreal how they scaled this out in 19 business days. Like, that's insane. And yet get the government involved and you can't get anything built.
And from Elon's point, he's probably more a fan of being Jensen's best friend than Trump's best friend right now, because he's like, Jensen, I need more H100s. What can I do? He's like, well, are they still sitting on the shelf? He's like, no, they're all deployed. They're running at max compute. Like, we need more. And so it's a really good look for NVIDIA, because it's like, wow, like, our products are being used immediately and we can innovate faster. Whereas the Trump admin's like, it has a check that has 500 billion on it, but it's not signed because it's not ready to be cashed yet. And so to your point, I think Elon wants to be almost better friends with Jensen Huang right now than Donald Trump.
And I think that's more valuable right now, to be honest. And I mean, looking at NVIDIA's stock or their company valuation right now, I mean,
$4 trillion.
$4 trillion. I mean, that's larger than what? All but 10 governments in the world. I mean,
probably more than most states in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, like, when you think of that, Elon's picked his friends wisely there, if you ask me.
Totally. No, I agree. It's not fun to see Elon fall away from Donald Trump, because it did feel kind of like a uniting of good powers. But unfortunately, the war machine just I don't. It's hard to see the war machine win for the good guys. Not the war machine, the political machine. Obviously, whatever you think is happening with the Trump administration, if it's whatever, this isn't. We like to focus on business and tech here, but politics definitely do play a role in business and tech, especially when you have a tech-focused president in the office. So you can't necessarily ignore that, but it was a bummer to see Elon and Trump fall away.
I agree with that, but speaking on one other point here is, to me, this is yet another thing that Sam Altman's aligned himself with that really hasn't produced anything yet. And that's one of the things I'm not a big fan of Sam Altman for. A lot of talk, a lot of noise. Yeah, he's aligned himself with Trump for what? Like, what has Sam brought about from it? They haven't shipped a product in a long time for AI worlds, right? Compared to what XAI has done with Grok and the speed at which Grok has grown, OpenAI has definitely fallen behind.
And make sure you guys subscribe, because we will be following up with this kind of stuff. We like to follow where these things go. So make sure you subscribe, because we'll definitely be hitting all of these topics again every Tuesday morning. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that bell. Every Tuesday morning we'll be live.